to the first square, it become the nowadays the first square.
Now, I believe that everyone has a little bit knowledge for the first square. So now I want to ask you a question. What is the range of the first square that you know? That you have to know, or did you know? Did everyone have any problems for this, or did anyone have any answers for this?
Beg your pardon, one more again.
Okay, so let me repeat it again. What is the range of the first square that you think of? Is it the building itself, or is the one but including the other sides like Southern Asian stores? What do you think about that?
The building.
Really? Okay, thank you for your answers. Actually, we find out many answers, really, on the net or on the information, many places that we can find it, but we find more than 4 answers, actually. So, to answer this question, we investigated by ourselves, and now we have the answers. As you can see, the first square is surrounded by 继光街、成功路、玉川西街 and 台湾大道一段。Based on this, we aim the characteristic of the first square to sort out the 5 points. First, because the workers have to work at factory on ordinary days, they only have free times on weekends. So the local stores would be opened on weekends to receive the most benefits. And second, most of stores sell clothes, and they are self-operated. And third, the first square is not belongs to the government, so the shop owners are the Taiwanese. And last, their main customers are foreigner workers, so the rate is lower, really.
After introducing the 5 characteristics of the first square, now we divide the store into 8 categories. They are food and drink, grocery store, supermarket, banking, telecommunication, 电信, KTVs, cinema, and clothes. The first is food and drink. Today, we want to introduce the Indonesian restaurant because they take the most part of them. And this is Aqua Indonesian restaurant. Yeah. And their menu is written in their language. And there's also a grocery store. What it sells are Southeast Asian products. And this is their marinade taste. In Chinese, we say 腌肉酱. And as for telecommunications, these are their prepared phone cards, 预付卡. But what about their phones? And too much price. The price is much cheaper than those in common stores outside. And speaking of KTV, they are Silver Box, 银柜, and City Melody, and so on. And their consumers are students. Lastly, the cinema. There's a YouTube cinema, which play second round with movies, 二轮片, and their consumers are students too.
After we introduced the form of the stores, and now we want to introduce the economic benefits. So what is economic benefits, and what is economic systems, and what is economic development? Let me answer you. to make our report more proper, we decided to explain the economy and the economic benefits two parts. The reason that economic was come into being to meet their basic needs. So, an inside part is for their need is economic. Do you know what I said? And that is. But in contrast, the economic benefit is based on the economic development. So you can see all of the development is for the benefit. Do you know what I say? Do anyone has any problems for this one? No? Okay, I'll continue. So, for example, recently, the nearby hotels in order to meet the mass of the workers. So, they reduce the price for $500 of 3 hours. You know what I said, really. It not only offers foreign workers private recreational spaces, but also bring a lot of money for the hotels. And two examples, the transportation. Now, some of the taxi driver would offer the service to take the workers from Nantou Nangang Industrial Zone to Taichung Railway Station. And it not only makes the workers more convenient, but also bring a lot of money for the workers and for the drivers.
According to the state, the migrant workers in central Taiwan are 170,000 people. And for the Taichung city, the number of migrant workers grew up from 34,000 to 82,000. Amazingly, 240% the 成长率. And because even the crowds in the first square increased dramatically. So because of this, the first square earned $120 million every per month. Yeah, 1.2亿. And because of this enormous state and its original cultural value. So, for this reason, the first square was upgraded to the ASEAN Square in July 3rd, 2015. Its economic development become better and better.
Can you imagine? Ordinarily, the first square was forgotten, ignored, and even discriminated. But now, it is valued by many people and even the government. For this reason, we have to realize that how many places, like the first square, are still waited to find out, and are still waited to find out by us. Because many unimportant corners lead to innumerable profits. Sorry, can I say it again?
Yes.
Maybe any unimportant corners can lead to innumerable profits. Sorry. But how can we know? How can we know this sentence is the meaning of us? But didn't you find out? This is our original ideas. Small first square and big economy. Thank you for your listening.
好，因为老师，因为大家要赶着回家，所以老师就直接讲题。那如果你们真的很想讲的，就赶快举手，可以吗？这样节省中间讲题的时间。你觉得多准备2天， 就多好一些。